I heard this about you. Didn't you once audition for a Chris Rock movie and you showed up with a real gun?
Yeah, dog. This is series 4.
Yes.
5 days is long enough for your kids to start second guessing your authority. 3 days into that, my son walked up to me. He was like, "Hey, so why we gotta listen to your first show?" A woman said, "Hey, you can't talk like that around here." I was like, "Really?" When I walked in here, it said comedy club above the door, not tabernacle. So it's pays for a show, whether it's me making you laugh or me making people go, "Wow, you see how Charlie kicked that guy's teeth out?" They're gonna have something to talk about when they leave. So if you want that to be the story, then you go down that road.
Hey folks, ever heard of Eddie Murphy's brother? Yeah, that guy. But hold up, did you know he wasn't just your average Joe? Nope, he was the real deal. The most feared thug of comedy. Crazy, right? Now picture this. You're in the comedy scene, cracking jokes left and right. But then, here comes this guy, Eddie's brother, making everyone shake in their boots. Rumor has it, he had a style that was just off the charts. People couldn't get enough of him, but they were also a bit scared, if you catch my drift. Here's where it gets interesting. While Eddie was hitting it big on stage and screen, his brother was making waves in a different way. He had this presence, this aura that made him stand out from the rest. Some say he was even more intimidating than his famous brother. So why was he so feared? What made him the thug of comedy? Well, buckle up, because we're diving deep into the untold story of Eddie Murphy's brother. Get ready for a ride, because it's about to get juicy. Charlie Murphy, growing up in the heart of Brooklyn, New York. Yup, that's where it all started. His mom, Lillian, worked as a phone operator, and his dad, Charles Edward Murphy, was a police officer and liked making people laugh. But when Charlie was just 5, his parents split up. Things got even tougher when his dad was M by his girlfriend. Charlie was only 10 years old then. Charlie had his fair share of tough times growing up. But you know what they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? When Charlie was a kid, his mom got really sick, and she had to stay in the hospital. Charlie and his little brother Eddie had to live with a lady named Mrs. Jenkins. But Mrs. Jenkins wasn't nice. She treated Charlie badly, even hitting him sometimes.
Jenkins. Miss Jenkins, my brother said, if I was walking down the street and I see Miss Jenkins right now, I'd punch her in the face.
Life wasn't fair to Charlie and Eddie, but they stuck together. Eventually, their mom got better and married again. But before that, Charlie had to grow up fast and take care of things. It wasn't easy. But even with all the tough stuff, Charlie didn't give up. He had a talent for making people laugh, just like his dad.
He attacked me. And the next thing I know, me and Eyeballs was on the ground scuffling. Then I started choking him. Then I looked down at his eyeballs. Had to let the brother go.
Charlie's story is tough, but it's also about being strong and not giving in when things get hard. When Charlie was just 9, something cool happened. He got a chance to be in a movie. Imagine that. The movie was called The Landlord, and it was made in 1970. In one scene, Charlie and his friend got caught by Beau Bridges for stealing hubcaps. So even though Charlie had a rough start, he didn't let it hold him back. He kept going, and he even got to do some cool stuff along the way. That's what makes his story interesting. Charlie Murphy's life took many twists and turns before he found fame and success as a comedian. Growing up on Long Island, he was once part of a gang known as King Python's Gang, where he earned the nickname Lil Boss. But his association with gangs led him down a dangerous path, culminating in a stint in jail for armed robbery. In his memoir, The Making of a Stand-Up Guy, Murphy candidly recounts the impulsive decision that landed him behind bars for 10 months. However, it was during this time that he realized he needed to make a change.
Nassau County Jail was as far as it went for me.
Right.
And, I got my life together after that.
Right.
As soon as he was released, Murphy took a decisive step forward by enlisting in the U.S. Navy at just 18 years old. Reflecting on this important moment, he later remarked, "That's when I became a man." Eddie Murphy told Rolling Stone in 2011 that Charlie was definitely the tougher brother as they grew up. Charlie was in gangs, and even now, Charlie's like an extra ultra macho. He has a black belt in karate. I got through a lot of school because the kids knew I was his brother. You don't fit with Eddie, his brother will unalive you. Charlie was a really tough guy. Charlie Murphy joined the military. It gave him the rules and discipline he needed to stay on track. He said in the military, you gotta do the right thing because you don't have other options. So it was like a roadmap for him. After 6 years, he left the military and went back to regular life. He started working as a security guard for his brother, Eddie Murphy, who was a big-time comedian.
Charlie, what would you say was your favorite memory of being a bodyguard?
My favorite memory of being a bodyguard was probably whipping somebody's ass. I don't know. That's the best part of the job.
Charlie liked helping his brother, but he wanted more. He said he felt more like a leader than a follower. So, Charlie took a leap and quit his security job to chase his dream of writing. During this time, he wrote his first movie script. He was laying down the foundation for his future success in showbiz. Charlie was no slouch when it came to writing. He started making scripts for his brother's movies, like Vampire in Brooklyn and Norbit. His very first script, The Peddler, got picked up by a big movie company, but it never got made into a movie. At first, Charlie didn't even think about acting. He was all about writing, but he decided to give acting another shot. He landed his first big role in a movie called CB4 in 1993, playing a cool club owner named Gusto. After that, he popped up in tons of TV shows and movies, more than 50 in total. But writing was Charlie's true calling. He had a knack for it. He wrote scripts for Eddie and even came up with his own showbiz stories. In 2003, he got his big break as a writer for a new TV show called Chappelle's Show. They wanted him because he was hilarious. Charlie created something called Charlie Murphy's True Hollywood Stories, and it was a hit. People couldn't get enough of it. After Chappelle's Show became really popular, Charlie's career took off. He got more opportunities to write and act in all sorts of things. Even though Charlie Murphy didn't plan to be an actor at first, he found success in both writing and acting. His talent and hard work paid off, and he became well known for making people laugh. Now, remember that hilarious basketball story from Charlie Murphy about playing against Prince? Turns out it was true. Yup, the iconic musician loved having a good laugh and didn't mind showing off his skills on the court. But did you know Charlie Murphy was more than just a funny storyteller? Before he hit it big in Hollywood, he dipped his toes in the music scene, helping manage a hip-hop group called the K9 Posse. Oh, and he even wrote and produced some of their tracks. You can catch a glimpse of him in their music video for This Beat Is Military. But wait, there's more. Charlie Murphy wasn't just about music and comedy. He was also a talented voice actor. You might have heard his voice in movies like Norbit or in the popular video game Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. And if you're a fan of animated shows, you might recognize his voice as the hilarious Ed Wunkler 3 from The Boondocks. Yup, he brought that character to life with his wit and improvisation, making us laugh till our sides hurt. But wait, there's more. Charlie Murphy didn't just make people laugh, he changed the game. His influence on comedy can still be felt today. He paved the way for a new generation of comedians, inspiring them to be bold and fearless. And his cultural impact? It's huge, my friends. Charlie Murphy wasn't just a comedian, he was a voice for his community. He used his platform to shine a light on issues that mattered, like race, politics, and social justice. He wasn't afraid to speak his mind, and people respected him for it. It's not just about his career, though. Charlie Murphy's personal life had its ups and downs. He's survived by his famous brother, Eddie Murphy, his half-brother, Vernon Lynch Jr., and a bunch of other family members. Sadly, his wife, Tisha Taylor Murphy, passed away in 2009 after a tough battle with cervical cancer. They had 2 kids together, and Charlie also had another child from a previous relationship. Charlie sadly battled leukemia in secret. This illness, a type of cancer, didn't stop him from pursuing his passion for acting. Reports suggest that he kept his condition hidden from most people, including his colleagues on the show Power, only confiding in close friends and family. TMZ, a popular news outlet, revealed that Charlie had been undergoing chemotherapy, a tough treatment for leukemia. Even though he was fighting a tough battle, Charlie didn't give up on his work. He joined the cast of the TV series Power, showing his dedication to his craft. Power, a show aired on Starz, announced Charlie's role as Marshall Williams, a prison guard. Despite his health struggles, Charlie managed to film parts of the show. IMDb, a website for movie and TV information, listed him for at least 4 episodes in the upcoming season. Charlie's death surprised many. Those who knew about his illness thought he was getting better. This news saddened fans and colleagues alike. Charlie's talent and resilience left a lasting impact on the entertainment industry. Despite his fame, Charlie faced his illness quietly. He didn't want pity or sympathy. He wanted to keep entertaining people. His dedication to his work and his strength in the face of illness are inspiring. So yeah, Charlie Murphy was more than just a funny guy. He was a hero in his own right, using his voice to make the world a better place. There you have it, folks. Charlie Murphy may be gone, but his laughter lives on. He's left behind a legacy that will be remembered for years to come. And that's the real kicker.